So, Mike, a frustrating end to the game. What did you make of the old performance overall?
Yeah, it was frustrating. I think we feel everybody's pain as well from that. I think from the supporters to the players to the everybody associated with the club. We just needed to hold on that little bit, sort of 2 or 3 minutes, and we'd have been okay, I think. But what I did say to him, you've got a couple of people with Zach should have really come off because his leg, he's got a knock on his knee. So he's done well to stay on. He made a couple of good saves as well, but he was struggling. Pinch come off. So between Pinch and Zach probably cost us really in those sort of 2 extra points. But we've got to be resilient to this. We're going to get loads of little knockbacks. Just talk to them then in the changing room. And it's a nice position to be in where you think, yeah, we played well enough to get the win. Didn't quite work out, still got a lot of games to go. So, if you go on a little run now and you get a couple of wins, and you'll look back and it'll be forgotten about this one. But at the moment, it's a bit sore, hurts a little bit, to be honest. They're all feeling it in there. So sometimes, instead of ranting and raving and having a bit of a go at people, I think, the crowd and everybody concerned with the club can see we're trying the best that we can. We obviously need to get a couple of players in, which hasn't happened again this week for whatever reason. But everybody's trying, and it's just tough to swallow that one at the moment because you think you get that close when you deserve it as well. And again, sort of probably 70 minutes. I think we played reasonably well. We weren't as good second half as what we were first half anyway. But they're going to come into it. They're going to fight and battle. You've got 2 or 3 players there that maybe are coming in doing a job for us. Got flu, got colds and stuff like that. Ask them to play, they play, and they did all right for a big part of the game. So we were always going to be susceptible to things going on at the end. But it was just stopping the crosses, which is what we talked about all week, and it was the same when we went up there, at their place as well. So. It's a tough one to take at the moment, but overall we're okay with it because I think it just means we haven't lost for another week, and if we get together a little string of results, we'll be okay.
Yeah, you mentioned obviously the aerial dominance of Southport, which is something we did see in the game. Just how much effort ddid you put into it? Obviously, in the end, they did score a header.
Well, this is it. Danny Wright comes off at half time because he's tweaked his calf. You're talking 3 massive players for us with Zach and Pinch and him as well, because although Pinch is a small player, he stops those moves in that midfield area for them to lump the ball forward a little bit as well. And they didn't lump it as well. I thought that they played some good football at times, to be fair to them. Knocked it out down the sides. But when they get it out wide, we worked on it all week, that you've got to get out there and you've got to go and close them down, which I thought we did really well first half, but we didn't do very well second half, I didn't think.
Yeah, and obviously you mentioned a few injuries to Danny, and obviously we saw Zach and Harry. Is there much of an update on the injury front with them at the moment?
It's just, this morning I get a call, Rex is not playing because he's got the flu. Not ideal. I'm dreading Saturday mornings at the moment because we're getting phone calls saying I can't play, can't do this. We only really registered Ben Beresford in time. This has been going on since probably Wednesday to get Ben the extension, and then all of a sudden you're turning up today and thinking, thank God for Alex, and Chris Hill that have chased things up to make sure that got over the line as well. So yeah, there's been a few things against us, which has not been great, but we've got to keep going. We're not going to shut the towel in. I just think that, whenever you get a result like that where you should have won, and you go up and you score a great second goal as well by Dozer, that you just think, just need to hold on for another sort of 5-6 minutes and we'll be okay then, and it didn't quite work like that.
Yeah, obviously you mentioned there was a frustration on the transfer front. Is there any update on what you're particularly wanting?
Yeah, we definitely need a centre forward. We probably need the creative player. That was all going through on Thursday, no problem. And what we're having to do at the moment is we're literally talking to 4 or 5 people, knowing that we can only afford the 2 people because of the situation that we've been left in when we first joined the club. So we've got to be careful how we spend the money and what we want. And we don't want to just go out and get anybody. It's got to be the right player to come in and who wants to come in. And unusually this week, all 4 that we approached to come in didn't want to come. So they go and get bigger offers at bigger clubs than us that can afford crazy money, and it's disappointing, to be honest. That's more the choker for me, is missing out on those 3 or 4 players that I know would make a massive difference, and everybody at their club is trying their socks off to get them, and then for whatever reason we're not just quite getting them over the line. And like today's prime example, we're looking at the bench and we're getting Luke Sloan's coming into that bench for us, and it's great that we want to try and get the youth team players through, but we should have 6 or 7 players. I know you're always going to get injuries as well, but we've got to recruit, and the club know that, and they've been really good. So there's no problems with that. It's just getting them over the line's the problem.
Yeah, obviously Chester next week, they've just suffered a loss at home to Rushall, which has extended the gap to safety. Do you see that as a potential opportunity now, considering Rushall's result?
Yeah, I haven't had a look at the results, to be honest, because we've had a bit of a chat with the lads after the game. So we can only do anything about our situation and with our players and where we are, and we just need a little bit of luck, as well as getting the recruitment lads in as well that we want. So we'll be okay, but we just need to. It's 7 or 8 wins from now to the end of the season, which is what we just spoke to the lads. I think we're well capable of that. And if you chuck in, like I said before, 3 or 4 draws, then this draw today doesn't look so bad in three months' time when we're all forgotten about it. So we've got to get some more draws on the ball. We've got to go away from home, get a few more draws. That for me, those 4, 5, 6 draws and those 4 or 5, 6 points that you're going to potentially pick up are massive points at the end of the season. So that's what we've got to go for next week.
Yeah, and one last thing, how good was it to see a crowd of over 1,000 in without being the derby match like against Hereford?
Yeah, brilliant. I'm just a bit disappointed that they've not seen a win for us today, because magnificent support. Just directly after Christmas as well, not everybody's got a lot of money. We've got the cost of living crisis as well, so for people to be turning out, it's great seeing the youngsters come in the changing room before the game. One of the local teams, grassroots team, came in, met all the players, signed autographs, had photographs. That's fantastic. That's what we want, and we love that, and we want those little supporters of today growing up tomorrow to be our supporters. So it was a good day all round. It could have been a fantastic day with the win, not to be, but let's not get too down about things. We've got to kick on, and we've got to be resilient.
Right.